Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be a video response to the family. uh, Trey, Courtney, and Little L. That's kind of what I've nicknamed your little one. It's Little L. I don't know. I've always liked giving kids nicknames. I don't know what that's about. It's just kind of a cool thing for me or for whatever. But he just looks like a little L, you know. So, so yeah, I just wanted to do a quick response to the family. Imagine Just Records is the name of their channel, as they're doing a 100 subscribers contest. They've been in the VC for a little while now and just crossed over that 100 subs. And yeah, definitely a cool channel to check out. I'll try to remember to go back in and put a link to their channel down below so you can go check them out and subscribe. But yeah, it's really cool. I love the fact that they do some of their videos, you know, kind of as a family, where, you know, you have both Courtney and Trey, and like I said, sometimes we see little L in there too, as well, which is always kind of the cool piece too, because I love seeing videos and stuff where they're like, you know, whether it's kids actually in the video or running around in the background or maybe helping do contest draws or things of that nature, and you hear like that good music playing in the background. It just always makes me feel like, yeah, like I'm just like really happy that kids are being introduced to good music at such an early age. There's just something about that. It's just like makes me happy. So same thing with seeing, you know, little L in this little high chair and all of that, and again, like mom and dad playing great music in the background, and you know that stuff's just sinking in. You know it is. So that's awesome. But yeah, I just want to kind of jump on board, like I said, and do a response to you guys' contest and see what you think. So the question was, sorry, get this out of here. I had a message just came through. The question was simply, well, actually, it was kind of neat 'cause it was somewhat of a spin on kind of a common question that we've done before, where, you know, we've all done the, you're on a desert island, what 5 or 10 albums would you take? You know, that type of thing. I think I did one time where if you're introducing someone to hard rock or heavy metal music for the first time, what would be the initial 5 or 10 albums you think would help them get into the genre? So on this kind of 5 albums, which 5 albums would you choose? They based it off of if someone had been deaf. At least this is the way I took it. They were deaf their entire lives and never heard anything, and then all of a sudden got their hearing. What would be the 5 albums that you would share with them? And I actually went a little bit more specific. I thought about 5 specific songs, or 5. I think I chose 6 actually, specific songs that I would want to introduce them to or let them hear, getting their hearing for the first time. So for me, the way that kind of narrowed down was, it wasn't about what are the greatest albums of all time, what are the, not all of that, but more so just like from a sonic standpoint. Like, just what would be the most pleasing to the ear to say, this is the first thing I'd want your ears to hear and feel and emotionally engage in, which may not necessarily be the best songs by these artists, or like I said, best albums. Because yeah, Master of Puppets is my favorite metal album of all time, but I probably wouldn't put Battery as the first thing I'd want someone to hear. So let's just kind of jump right into it. My #1 pick actually would be right off of this album here. I mean, of course, the album in general. Sorry, try to get the glare out of there as much as I can. Neil Lofgren's Acoustic Live. Oops. Sorry, guys. That would definitely be one, and specifically the song Keith Don't Go. If you're not familiar with that, make sure you do get a chance to check it out. This is just a fantastic live recording, #1. And that particular song is just Neil's on stage with his acoustic guitar. I mean, that's all it is. But man, does he show his on that. I mean, #1, the guy can really play, but just the recording and the way that he plays, the guitar is just so bright, so shimmery, and so detailed, and it's just an awesome recording. Matter of fact, whenever I change anything out in my stereo system, whether it's speakers or whatever, my test song that I go to is always Keith Don't Go by Neil's. So if you're not familiar with that, definitely make sure you check that out, because that would be number one that I would play for someone right there. The next song would be off of this album. Again, by far not my favorite Eagles album, probably not my favorite Eagles song, but the song Already Gone, I think from a sonic standpoint would be one that I would definitely have on that list. And why that particular song? I don't know whether it's 4 or 5 part harmony that they use in that song. Number one, it's just beautiful, extremely pleasing to the ear. The country type of gallop in the nature of the song, I think, is also something that's very, it's just very, very pleasing. It has that country groove to it, but then also kind of a almost like a gospel type of harmony to the vocals and the chorus, I should say. So just another very, very nice piece. I think that'd be extremely pleasing to the first time listener, first time hearer. I don't know how you phrase that. Next on my list is coming off of this album. It's Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. And a number of Fleetwood Mac things you could pick. I mean, it was hard for me not to pick the dance album and pick a couple different things off of that. But I went with Tango in the Night, and it's the song Seven Wonders. I think, again, first time listener or hearer, yeah, that's definitely one that I would throw on for him. And why Seven Wonders? Because it's freaking beautiful. I mean, between these keyboards, the kind of bright, shimmery nature of Lindsay's guitar playing, the kind of smooth at some points yet rough nature of Stevie's vocals. I mean, drums extremely tight and stiff, but they kind of they get in right where they need to get in and get out right when they need to get out. So, and then also, of course, I mean, the bass just really kind of drives the groove of the song all the way through, maybe even more so than the drums. So it's just something really beautiful about that song, that there's so many very distinct and clear elements in it that are very separate but work together so freaking well, which I think is hard to do. I think a lot of bands really can't accomplish that. Where if you're trying to play the song by ear, it can be somewhat easy just to listen to the part that you wanted to play, and it's very distinct. But when you just listen to the song in general, you're like, they're like right there with each other. It's, I don't know, to me that's kind of the beauty of Fleetwood Mac, period. But maybe more detail than I want to get into. But yeah, Seven Wonders is definitely a song that I would play. Next on my list, Flock of Seagulls. And I'm going with the song Space Age Love. And when it comes to that pleasing nature of the ear, again, in my opinion, it's hard to avoid that. Again, not talking about necessarily the music that you like more, but it's hard to avoid the pleasing nature of the synthesizer, which is why I think, all the 80s stuff and dream pop and all that kind of stuff, I think it's just very catching and pleasing music to a lot of people. And Space Age Love captures it as well as any 80s type of new wave song does. So that's definitely one I would have in there as well. Kind of the same thing here with The Cure, because again, in my book, we can sit back, we can debate this, but one of my top 5, if not maybe the best pop / alternative pop songs of all time, is Just Like Heaven by The Cure. So again, lot of great elements inside of that song, with acoustic type guitars, and then the soaring nature of the more dreamy 80s type guitar, and just, I mean, again, the bass driven upbeat, just the song is perfection. Oh my gosh. So Just Like Heaven definitely goes in there. And so then the 6th song that I added to the list was off of this album, which is The War on Drugs, A Deeper Understanding. And it is the song Strangest Thing. I think, again, that's one of those songs that would definitely have to be on that, here you go, let your ears enjoy. And one of the reasons why I picked that song too, because I'd actually picked out the Division Bell by Pink Floyd. That was one of the options that I had on the table, and ended up putting it back. And it was for the song What Do You Want From Me? I think, again, just from a sonic perspective, it's a very beautiful song. But I went with Strangest Thing because I think that incorporates a lot of different elements that are kind of beautiful things. Because really with that song, what you're getting is you're getting the vocal elements of a Bob Dylan. So, you know, you're bringing that to someone's ear. You're getting the type of songwriting of a Bruce Springsteen, which of course is also kind of very pleasing to the ear. But then at the end, you're also getting a guitar solo that's very Prince slash somewhat Hendrixy. Don't get crazy with that now, but you can definitely hear there's some elements in there where I would think that I could hear Jimmy doing something like that. You can definitely hear that's exactly how Prince would probably play that if he was asked to do that guitar solo. So if you can get those type of elements to come out in a song, you better put that in somebody's ear, because that's covering a lot. And The Strangest Things off of that album definitely does that. So there you go. I don't know if I overthought that or not, but it's just kind of the way my brain works. So yeah, again, guys, congratulations on the 100 subs. Let me know what you think about the choices, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, VC.